All right, folks. Thanks for checking out the video. I want to do a little poll analysis here from a newly released NBC News poll. And it says here more Dems than Republicans could go third party in 2024. If the 2024 presidential election is a rematch between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, more Democrats than Republican voters said they would be willing to consider a third party or independent candidate, according to a poll released Wednesday. The NBC News poll conducted June 16th through 20th of 1,000 registered voters with a margin of error of plus or minus 3.1 percentage points showed 44% overall would consider a third party or independent candidate if there is a Biden Trump rematch, with 53% saying they would not. Among Democrats, 45% said they would favor another candidate, while the figure for Republicans was 34%. Republican pollster Bill McInturff, whose firm Public Opinion Strategies conducted the NBC News poll, along with Democratic firm Hart Research Associates, said that left leaning voters' greater interest in another candidate shows why there has been concern among Democrats about No Labels, a bipartisan political organization that is spending millions of dollars to get ballot access for a potential unity ticket in 2024. Now, if you're not familiar with No Labels, it's a new political party that is, as it says here, they're looking to gain ballot access in all 50 states, and they're looking to run a ticket comprised of one Republican and one Democrat, hence the term unity ticket. And it goes on to say here, from the Republican Party's perspective, this is the low watermark for considering a third party, and it's a high watermark for Democrats. McInturff told NBC News, mentioning a candidate who has not ruled out a bid under the No Labels banner, Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia. I don't think Manchin would be the typical third party candidate for a disaffected Democrat, he said, but it still tells you why they are very, very jumpy about a third party in the race. Now, this is very interesting here. It says majorities of a handful of Democrat leading groups are more open to another option if Biden and Trump win their nominations. Hispanic voters, 58%. Voters ages 18 to 34, 57%. Democrats who backed Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders in the 2020 Democrat primary, 55%. And black voters, 52%. Now, keep in mind, despite all the talk about Joe Biden supposedly getting a record number of votes, over 81 million in 2020, he barely won in the Electoral College. When you look at states like Georgia, Arizona, and Wisconsin, all of those states he won by less than a percentage point. And in fact, I think it was under 50,000 votes combined that he won, quote unquote, won those states by. So if Joe Biden loses any of the black vote in Georgia, he's not going to win Georgia. If he loses any of the Hispanic vote in Arizona, he's done. And if he loses any of the quote unquote progressive vote in a state like Wisconsin, he's not going to win there. Now you throw in a handful of other states that he won by a very narrow margin, under say 2.5 points, and you throw some of these groups in there, it's not looking good for the Democrat side. So I'm a little surprised NBC put this poll out there. Maybe I did another video about Tucker Carlson predicting that Gavin Newsom will be the Democrat nominee in 2024. So maybe this is just a trial balloon out there by NBC to maybe get this into the Biden administration to say, well, Joe Biden's decided that he's going to spend more time with his family. He served his country. He's a great man. He's a great patriot, and for the good of the country, he's going to stand down. So I thought this was interesting. We'll see if this gets any traction, or if they try to dig something up here on Joe Manchin to dissuade him from entering the race as a third party candidate. So very interesting here, and let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.